Yeah,
variable.
sorry. No, yeah, no, I was wrong there. All right, so I look at the side with the variable 5x plus 6 equals 10. And so then I know 10. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, there's two of them. Sorry. I didn't really see that other one. Was the value 10x plus 3. All right. I'm sorry about that. 5x plus 6 equals 10. All right. So 4. Would it be C?
So you're going with C. We'll take a look here. So my guess is you solved for X and then put the X
Yeah.
value in here. Yeah. So here, that's kind of the misstep here. Notice that you want to get this to 10x plus 3. So if you multiply both sides by 2, you get 10x equals 8. And so if you add 3 to both sides, 10x plus 3 equals 11.
Okay. Yeah.
Standardized tests have nothing to do with what you're doing in the classroom. So you're not going to use any of the classroom stuff typically.
Okay.
Meaning you know, these are, the strategy here is to solve for something that's different than, you're not solving for X. You can. It's what I call the direct method. This is indirect, and it's better for getting the answer faster. So I'd like you, if you're willing, to try this approach here on the next problem. It can be done in a similar way. You don't have to, but it's worth trying maybe. So
Okay. All right. 6 times 2k equals 36. Okay. All right. 36 divided by 6, that'll equal 6. I know x equals 3, 4, 8, 12, minus 2, b 10.
Okay. So 2k, you're going with that one. 2k equals 36. Notice that if I multiply by 2, wait a second, I'm sorry. I meant 2k equals 6. If I multiply this by 2 and this by 2, that's 4k equals 12. Subtract 2, I get 10, like you said. Okay. Now, we mentioned, kind of talked about this idea the other day, a few days ago, of you don't have to write anything. And full disclosure, I would not have you write any of this down. I would have you hold the values, multiply, and then subtract, just to save time. But for the purposes of like us working through some problems, I'm going to keep writing down the steps. But that is another strategy. The strategy is to only write down kind of the results that you need to hang on to.
Okay.
Here's a new problem for you to look at. Take a look and.
Okay, s equals 4. All right, well, that's easy then. All right, 20s minus 15. It would be b5.
Try again.
Because I can undo the 4 on both sides.
There's no equation over here.
It's the value of 20s minus 15s. Yeah, and I know s equals 4. So I can divide by 4 on each side equals 20 minus 15, 5.
Yeah, I hear that, but there is no equal sign over here. So, okay, let me try to clarify. You can either put 4 into both values of s, or you can subtract 5s and then still have to put the s value of s in. So 20 times 4 minus 15 times 4 is 80 minus
minus 6. Oh, okay. Sorry. D20.
Yes. All right. It's okay. You remember that the only time you're going to move things around is when there's an equal sign.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another one for you to look at.
Mhm. 18, 19. D.
D, like dog.
D. Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, here's a new problem for you to look at.
D.
Okay, how did you come up with that?
18 divided by 3 equals.
Okay,
Yeah. And then 6 times 6, 36 plus 3, 39.
yes, and that's the direct method. Again, you might consider the fact that 6R is double 3R, that's 36, then you add 3 to it to get 39. They're about the same in speed, but this is to prepare you for much harder questions.
Okay.
So I would sort of again recommend, it's up to you, using that approach here. You actually can use that fairly quickly here. Whereas if you solve this for X, it's much slower.
Okay. Take 2x plus 4 equals 100. Okay, well, x would have to be equal 48 then, times 48 plus 12. B.
Right. And you took way too long to do that. You should have said, okay, 2x plus 4 times 3 is 6x plus 12. 3 times 100 is 300. Now I have the
Okay.
advantage of doing that, but I'm trying to show you this method where you actually don't solve for X.
Okay.
But you can keep doing that if you want. The harder problems the algebra just gets harder and you wish you had just done this. So
Okay. C.
how did you come up with C?
X over y. I need to figure that out, and I know y doesn't equal 0, so I know it has to be a higher number than x.
Well, all that means is you can't divide by 0. That doesn't actually tell you anything about the ratio. The ratio could be bigger or smaller.
Oh, it can.
Yeah, I mean, we could be anything. So what I'm hearing is you didn't actually manipulate this equation. I recommend you manipulate the equation and see if you can figure out how to get x divided by y in the equation.
It would have to be a negative then.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, you're
A.
What did you do to find A?
4. I need to do 3 times x equals y, so I know x needs to equal negative to add y into it, and to get 3 to just 0, I need to multiply that by itself.
Okay, so if you're going to multiply the x by 3, you have to multiply the y by 3. So here's your hint: 3x plus 3y equals y. I recommend that you get y on one side, x on the other, and then divide appropriately to get x over y.
Okay. It would have to be b then.
Okay, let's try here. So let's subtract 3y from both sides. 3x equals minus 2y. And then we want x divided by y. Would you agree with that? That's what our goal is. So we have to move the 3 over here and the y over here. It is negative 2/3. Okay, so you've been doing great. You've been doing great until we get to a problem where you actually have to like do a little bit of algebra. The rest you kind of do mental math. Probably say the same thing about this next one. you're gonna have to push yourself a little harder here to get the answers. This next one's a kind of a mental math problem
Okay.
here, which you can do without a calculator, but um, then we'll see some more symbolic problems.
And A.
Okay, and how confident are you in your answer?
Very confident.
Okay. Let's take a look here. So 2n equals 50.
So,
We want
yep.
we want 2n minus 1. So 2n
Yes.
minus 1 equals 49. Notice I'm not solving for n, but you are. You keep trying to solve for n, and that's
Oh.
why you're making mistakes.
Oh, okay.
So I can only suggest that you try to do it the way I'm showing you.
Okay.
But that is purely up to you.
Okay.
All right, so here's another kind of symbolic problem. And the reason I'm being more difficult is you can get a good score on this test. You know, you're a good math student. You should be able to get a great score. You know, and we want that. We want you to save time and not make mistakes that, you know, don't demonstrate your knowledge and abilities in math.
Okay. 3 CD. That's 5. What's the value of CD? Move that 5 over 3. B. 5 over 3.
Good. All right, new question here. Again, we're working on all those skills you sent me in those practice questions: add, subtract, multiply, divide. So we're going to keep doing this.
20 minus x equals C 15.
This one, it is faster to solve for the variable. It's always the idea is that the strategies work a lot of the times, but not for every problem.
Okay.
So you can't. It's not like you'll be guaranteed. But all right, new problem here. Recommend trying it the way I've been showing you, but that's up to you.
Okay, I need to find the value of 6n. So first I need to divide the value of 2n. 2n equals okay, well 20 I know 24n equals 12. Which is odd, but you know what? That means it's gonna be 0.5. All right, C.
All right, so you say C. I'm not sure yet. I know that 12 equals 24n, and I know that the tendency is to divide by 24, but since we want to go to 6n,
Yep,
we're going
and
to
then I'm
divide.
gonna divide by 4 on each side.
Boom, you got it. All right. Okay, let's go to the harder questions. You're like maybe thinking, oh, I thought those were pretty tough. All right, so here's a new one. This one, there are some free response questions in this thing I've got, so I'll throw those at you here. All right, go ahead and take a look at this.
X equals 1 plus 4. What is the value of X equals 2y? Y equals. Oh wait, no. What is equal 4? Mm-hmm. 2 over 3.
Okay, how did you come up with that?
1/2 of x first, and then I add 1/3 of 3, and so I know if I add, I make x 6, y 3. I'll get 3 plus 1 equals 4, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do 6, 12, 18, 9, and then I'm gonna put that over. I'm gonna put I put 9 on the bottom, and I put 6 on top, and then I can go ahead and divide that in half.
So you made a common denominator over here. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's approaching, I mean, that would, I think it will work. There is another way here. So let's do that. It would be 3/6x plus 2/6y. So it becomes
Mhm.
3x plus 2y/6. Still not sure
Okay.
you can with 2/3, but um, this does work. And notice
Mhm.
3x plus 2y is kind of here.
Mhm.
No, you got it. You just moved the 6 over.
Yeah.
So you have to undo division by multiplying both sides by 6.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that's really tough about this problem, at least from just a 1,000-foot glance, is that there's only one equation and two unknowns. And
Mhm.
if you're used to always solving for x and always solving for y, you don't know how to do this. There's always a
Okay.
way to manipulate the equation though to make it into what they want.
Okay.
There always is. So
Mhm.
it's not impossible. I'm trying to see if there's another one like that. Not really. Kind of is. Yeah, this one's kind of like this. Yeah, not really, but all right, I already got snipped. I'll go with this one. Okay, go ahead and try this one, please.
Okay. 1 = 10. That make that a 9. Divide 3 by 90. Make that equal 3. Okay, 1 plus 1/2. Okay, need to make that 2.5. What could 2.5 be? Well, okay, 5, 10, 15. Okay. 3, 5, 5, 10, 10. 1, 2, 2.5, 2.25. That's
All right, I'm hearing some things that
2.5.
make me think you're not doing this the best way.
Equals B, 3.
It is 3, yeah. Notice you're treating like what's here as the variable. It's really like 3u plus 1 equals 10. Subtract 1, divide by 3, and you've got it. All right, this will probably be our last question here. It's a little longer.
Okay, all right. All right, X. Y equals 18. Okay. Okay, then 6, 12, 18, X equals 12, 12, 24, 21, A 21.
Really good. All right, yeah, good job on that. You've already kind of done that one, but I'll just snip it in.
4, X equals 1 equals 16, divided by 4, X equals 3, B4.
B4, good. All right, last one here. This will truly be our last one.
6, X equals 3, value X plus 1, X plus 1, I divide by 2, C2.
You got it. All right, good job today. Hopefully this all